Good day, everybody. So, last week I finished up the last bits of VVVVVV, and now it's time for something completely different, not a platformer, and not even close. This is Heresies of Discord. It's a game made in RPG Maker VX Ace to be precise, and I have played this game before. Once again, sorry if you were hoping for a blind run for a change. It's been a long time since I played this, and also I know that some changes have been made. In the meantime, nothing game-changing. That came out weird. However, I think this game is a really good example of how you can use the default assets or mainly the default assets of an RPG Maker program and still make a very worthwhile game. And so I'm going to showcase it to you. And you will see what I meant by that in a moment. Or maybe not exactly in a moment. But this game was made by Ejix Draken. I hope I said that name correctly. And I've played multiple of his games. I'm a huge fan. I've been a tester for a few of them. And I think all of them really hit my taste when it comes to RPGs. And I know that I said that I wasn't going to play a lot of RPGs on this channel, but I think this one's a good example of a type of RPG that I will be able to stream on this, because it's not in every way what you would normally expect. So I'm going to go with the second to hardest path, because that's the standard basically. The games that this creator makes tend to be slightly on the more difficult side. Also, do let me know if the audio needs tweaking. Not entirely sure, because I haven't tried to do an RPG Maker game before. So there we go. Alright, I will get to it and actually start playing the game in a second here. Yeah, as I said, a lot of the default assets are used in this game. That's not necessarily a bad thing. This is a free game. You do not have to pay anything to play this. I will add a link to the game in question as well once I've finished the stream and save this as a highlight. And as you can see already, with a link to the player here, this game and generally all games by this creator tend to make a lot of effort to give you a lot of options as the player, to be convenient when it comes to how you want to play the game, to not inconvenience you more than necessary. And here's one thing that's important about this game: there's no pure turn-based combat in it. It is a mix of real timing and turn-based. I'm going to go for the normal speed, because I think I have okay reflexes, but I also like to be able to think about stuff. I don't think there's any advantage or disadvantage to enabling the text skipping. And now we're actually going to go into the game itself. And yeah, this is one of the games that I really wanted to showcase a little bit. Unfortunately, it starts with a little bit of a text on screen, but actually this is just a few text boxes of introduction. There's no huge text dump here. And this is an entry in a series, or in a multitude of games set in the world of Varn. I'm not going to be reading the text out loud. I don't think this is the kind of game where that would work well. There might in the future be games where I actually will give characters silly voices or just voices, but this is not one of them. And we get a little bit of necessary introduction to the main factions here that are in play. this game is not the first game to be set in the world of Vaughn. There's another game called Illusions of Loyalty, which was the first game, as far as I know. I have played that too, and if you want to find out more about the world of Vaughn and the conflicts in it, that's also an excellent game that I would very much recommend, but it is more of a traditional RPG compared to this one, so I thought this game, Heresies of Discord, would probably be the better pick for streaming. Okay, that's a little bit of a clumsy sentence right here, I'm gonna say, with the above all twice. But yeah, the introduction is deliberately very brief in the sense of we don't really learn a lot about the world, because almost everything we learn about how this world works, some of it you can get from the other games set in the world, but mostly we get it from character dialogue and the stuff that we're going to be doing in the game itself. So I'm going to be shutting up for a second here to have you guys all read this dialogue. This is basically where we get our mission. We're playing as Carol, a knight in the Order of Mercy. But I will also give some info on what this game is all about while I'm playing it. So there's a number of nations in the world of Vaughn. The one that they're talking about is Utoria. It's a very it plays a role in Illusions of Loyalty, but you don't really need to know a whole lot about it other than the stuff that they are talking about right now. But yeah, there's different factions that have their own strengths, basically as in which aspect of the world's technology or magic and stuff they focus on, and Utoria is big on summoning. There's another nation, I can't immediately recall the name of it, that they build golems and stuff like that, so they're almost fantasy sci-fi in a way, since they use magical machines for warfare, for example. But that's not really important in this context. We've heard a little bit of information about the gods, and yeah, the four gods: Fury, Mercy, Pain, and I forget the last one. But that's... yeah, the gist of it is this creature from the realm of pain is a thing that you actually see in Illusions of Loyalty, or you can, it's an optional thing. But it's only the introduction to the actual problem. The vanguards have grown in number, and people have different interpretations of it, and that is actually a very good introduction to what all of the games in this group of games are about. They're all about perspectives. So we have a specific mission, and this mission wasn't given to us from the top. Here St. Thomas himself is giving us a mission in secret. He's going against the wishes of his master, basically. And here a little bit of lampshade hanging. No need for big introductions. Oh, Fate was the other goddess. Or god. So we now know that there is a shrine. And going into that shrine, yeah, is heresy, punishable by instant and immediate death. That's a great idea for a little mission. That sounds like a perfect idea for something a holy knight should do, is break into a holy place. So we're doing undercover work basically. And Carol has some very clear ideas on how she wants to approach this subject, but ultimately we're gonna do it. And that is basically all we have for introduction. Now the idea of this game, and yeah, as you see, all of the other stuff for introduction is immediately skipped. We start in the ruin of the shrine, the Forbidden Shrine itself. The idea of this game being that you can go deeper and deeper, and that is literally but also figuratively speaking. You can delve deeper and deeper into this story, but you can at any point decide to give up and to return to the surface or outside and abandon the mission. And depending on at which point you do that, you get different endings. The special thing about this is that telling stories through different endings, that's a thing that has become more popular in games recently, but it's not really a new thing. However, this game does this in a very interesting way, as in the endings don't come at the end necessarily. You can choose to take an ending and just finish the game at any time. You can back out whenever you want, and the story becomes more interesting if you actually deliberately try to experience all of the endings, because they weave together the story in an additional way. And the deeper you go, the worse things get. I can already tell you that much. This is not a very happy game in many ways. Oh, somebody's being a hypocrite right here, Carol. And our friend here is kind of particular about not being called a plunderer. So once again, it's all about perspective. Amelia is not going to be a playable character. We're going to be interacting with her a lot. I don't really need to know anything about this stuff because I've already played this game, but I will I might come back to it if and when it's necessary. So we have only one character in our group, basically. Our party consists only of Carol, and Amelia, is just there for interaction and other stuff, basically. So we can just... Oh, I need to do something here. Is there... Oh, right. Okay, so you can toggle on or off the sprinting option, which I just did. So, no, that's not what I wanted to do. So, skills. I'll actually get into this when we get into battle, but this game takes a kind of an unusual approach to combat. Combat is not really something you want to do in this game. It's something that's a necessary evil, because you hardly ever level up. I'm not even sure if you can level up. You never learn any new skills. And there's very little to gain from fighting. Usually it's just a waste of resources, and they're limited. first floor is very peaceful. The main aspect of the gameplay is about combat and avoiding combat just as much, but also about finding clues in here. Now I'm going to go ahead and just give you guys the first ending. We're immediately going to abandon the mission to say, okay, this is not worth it. And it doesn't work. We cannot do that. However, it is possible to very quickly end the game. On every floor, basically, the deeper we go, we have interactions with Amelia that will give us some more information. So we do, for example, already learn that Amelia is able to cast magic. And once again, we get a lot of stuff in retrospect. And yeah, so technically Carol is not a spellcaster, but so yeah. We have different viewpoints also in-game on what how magic works. Carol has some kind of... Basically, think of it of arcane magic versus divine magic. That's basically what's going on here. But it's very hard in these games to actually get reliable information. It's all about perspective, all about the different interpretations that people have of the world's events. So anything that any character says can be taken with a grain of salt. And what you saw earlier, the little pop-up that gave me 10 extra max HP, that's how this game largely works. Every time we uncover a clue, that is how you level up in this game. That is how you basically become more experienced. While on the other hand, fighting it does give you power-ups and sometimes items, but it's usually not worth it. So fighting is basically a last resort instead of the standard procedure. There's no point in grinding in Heresies of Discord. And yeah, as we can see, a lot of stuff is being implied here. But Amelia is pretty clever. Oh, I can just skip this. About how other people around her operate. So she's not one to easily fool. And these are usually the save points, but since we enabled saving anywhere, they're just purely cosmetical. I'm gonna see, because as I said, it's been a long time since I've actually played this game. I don't remember a lot of the details. I'm going to try and see if I can give up now. Nope, I cannot. So I think the first moment where I can give up is once I finish the first floor. So let's get started on it. Ooh. Okay, so there's something to fight in there. That means I'm going to go the other directions first. So apparently there's not much in here. Found some ectoplasm. So a lot of stuff here is interactive. Whoop. I forgot I can move in front of these. Sometimes you have to search a little bit. Some things are more cluey than others, so to speak. But as you can see, the idea being that we have to try and find the clues here to piece together the story behind this this shrine, and while doing that we also gain resources and power-ups. Well, yuck, that's yeah, think happy thoughts. So while we're investigating for clues, we also gain information and resources, which I think is a very nice way of mixing it up from the standard RPG fare. This is very simple the way it's done in this room. Later on it becomes very much more complicated when obstacles start to appear. Alright, so now we already know there's angry spirits down here. And there's been raiders here who weren't very successful, and apparently the leader of them was a jerk. And there's another clue. So, whoop, I can just skip this. Now in the clues, we find these bits of information that are ordered by the floor that we find them in. And they sum up the clues that we've gotten so far once again. Let me just real quick see what these things do. Okay, this works only on when we're outside of battle. I don't think there's any fully heal places like an inn would usually do, or you know, a fountain of youth or something. So I'm pretty sure the only way to heal in this game is through items. So we really want to make sure we manage our inventory properly. Ooh, that gives plus 5 max HP. It's tempting, but I think I'm gonna keep it until after my first battle. Okay, that's good for undead. Well, that's, yeah, very useful information. A flash bomb only works if an enemy has eyes. Thank you. So this is radioactive water then. Alright, so I think we got most information here from this room. Okay, that's still the same. Let me save here again. I'm going to be obsessively saving here. Oh, look at that. So, yeah. Amelia can teleport. No, she's actually busy working on stuff together with me. Like, even though she doesn't actually actively doing anything, this is not a completely useless NPC that we're just escorting. So we have Mercy Day, Pain Day, Fate Day, or Fate's Day, Fury's Day, this day, something day, Dragon's Day. There's no S in dragon. So we have some kind of weird calendar here that doesn't work the way calendars are supposed to work. And none of these do anything. Another healing... oh, an healing solution. What does that do? Oh, okay. Status problems and heal. That's good. Okay, so that's not helpful. What's with this statue? So apparently Mercy is the only of the 4 gods that is female. And one more clue. So I guess we're up to, yeah, 3 and 4. And nobody apparently cared enough to do something to the statue. So there is something in this room but we can't get it to work yet. Oh, nice. Down in the bottom it actually tracks how much my max HP has been increased by. Can I abandon the mission? No, I cannot. So that one of the changes that I actually do notice is that the ability to toggle on the always running. Before that you had to keep the run button pressed at all time. We're going to be entering combat in a second. So here's how this works. There's timing involved, so I need to give a look at how these skills exactly work. But you get used to them because there's only 6 of them. You never learn any new skills. And that's it. That's all these skills we have. I'm going to go into this battle relatively unprepared now because I didn't take a lot of time to research because I don't want to bore you. Yep, and there we are, straight up in battle. I'm just gonna lower this guy's attack power for a second here. And let's slow him down. That helps. Ow. Tired now. Okay, I'm really sick of you. Okay, stunned. I can also just attack. One thing that's kind of unfortunate is that there's no health. Oh, there we go. There's no health bath for enemies. That's a little annoying. So that was one of the angry sprites, apparently. Ooh, now they're yelling. So we might be dealing with a necromancer here. And also, as soon as we defeat an enemy, we get a little information about what that enemy actually is, which also would increase our awareness of how the world works. And that's one of the things that I mean is special about this game, namely that you can learn a lot about the world of the game instead of through text dumps, just through interactions and through stuff that you uncover basically naturally. I'm going to use this thistle root here to heal myself a little bit and gain the extra max HP. Because now is as good a time as... Oh... This is not a very happy fellow. Okay. So as you can see... Woo! Yep, we just took damage from that. There's some way of predicting how these spikes work. You can see there's these cracks in the floor. I think what we need to do is go between them. Not hit them directly. So if we went down there, we'd probably take damage. I think that's how this works. Can I go... Yes, I can go ahead here. I don't think I can go ahead here. Yeah, I have to keep going and use this path here. That's a convenient little trail of moss or whatever that is over there, because if I had gone through that space between the pillar and the pile of rubble, I probably would have gotten spiked. Anything in here? Oh, it's an empty chest. So this is where a bunch of those raiders must have died. There's another one. Oh, I got a journal from him. Oh, look at that! A switch on the back of the statue in the east wing. So now we know what we need to do in the other room where Amelia was in order to progress. So as you see, there's puzzles and stuff that you need to do actively on the map in this game that gets more complicated as we go. And he probably saw the ghost or spectre of his friend. Or that friend also got attacked by the spirit, but was already too late. Great, a trap. That's exactly what we needed. And we have... oh, interesting. Vital clue. So these are the clues that you actually need to keep in mind in order to progress in the game itself. Let me check real quick if the stream is running correctly. Does seem like it. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's keep going. Just make sure not to step on any spikes. Okay then. That worked. Hope I don't get attacked on my way back. Okay, this is still the same, but here we can do something now. So there's weird glass stuff going on, and here's the secret switch that the other raider already found for us, fortunately. Oops. Okay, so nothing more to do here. Okay, so she doesn't have anything to say about the fact that... ah, okay, so this is nothing new, it's a block pushing puzzle. We're still in the introductory area, so it's bound to not be a whole lot of special stuff in here. Oh, there we go. Yes, even Amelia points it out. Okay, so if there's nothing new from this, nope. I guess since the path down below is open now? Yeah. Now I think I can actually get the first ending. Because we're going into the second floor now. Nope, still no, not possible. Huh, I actually thought getting the first ending would be a thing I can do earlier. Huh. So as you see, I really don't remember a whole lot about the details of this game. Oh, he ate a candle. Yeah, he tried to eat a candle. Poor guy. That's kind of horrible. Nothing in this crate. A lot of people died in here. And it's not going to become fewer the deeper we go. Great danger ahead of... Whoa! Oh, so there's apparently a room in there. I wasn't even aware. I thought there was just a little alcove. Wonder if there's a room over here too. Yup. Okay, so that's a nice little touch. Okay, so this is this is where how as far as the Vanguards of Mercy have gotten themselves. They sealed this place up for some reason, but we don't yet know what that reason is, and we're not supposed to find out, so... Oh, crappy pants. There's a zombie. Let's smite this guy. I should have put the speed lower. Okay, he's poisoning me. I need to speed up. Stop that. Stun him for a second. I'm getting my butt kicked. Oh, he's preparing a big attack. I need healing. Oh, whoops. I'm dead. And that made the game crash. Well, that's no good. Okay. Ejix Draken, if you're watching this, you might want to fix that. Because as much as I love this game, that's not good. Okay, let's see if this works. So, lesson learned, don't get killed. I was too wrapped up in this battle. Yeah, I'm going to not... Yeah, okay, so this is actually where I can decide to give up. It was sealed for a good reason. And let's give up for a second here before I return to that save file. And then I'm gonna try that battle again. Yeah, we don't want to break the Vanguard. See, we're lawful good, right? Yes. Now we get to see a little epilogue with the results of what we've done. So here's a little extra info about... Apparently the Vanguards of Mercy have undergone a transformation in their symbol at some point. Why? We're not sure. We're gonna find out now. Alright, so apparently there was an organization before the Vanguard. And believe it or not, this is probably one of the best endings. That's that. That's one of the endings. I'm just gonna let the credits roll for this one. I don't think there is a lot of stuff after the credits, so once we've seen the credits once, and if nothing else happens, I will skip the credits from then on. But yeah, I mean, I could say good game. Oh, so there is stuff. So we do want to look at the credits every time. 70%, the truth remains buried. Don't worry, my friend. In another timeline, we're gonna find out, and you're not going to like it. So then, that was the first ending. And as I said, there are things that you get to see if you abandon the game earlier that you don't see in the other endings. So picking this ending is not actually a waste of time or an early stop to the game, basically. It's just a different take on it, because the stuff that we just found out about the Knights of Mercy that were there before the Vanguard, that is not something that you get. I'm pretty sure you don't get any of that information if you just keep going. So actually going back and abandoning the mission at every new possible opportunity is something that helps you understand the endings that come afterwards better. It's a really, in my opinion, really interesting approach to storytelling through multiple endings. Usually multiple endings occur, well, at the end of the game. Okay, I gave myself a little bit more time. Let's slow this guy down now. So, one thing that you might have seen last time was anytime that an enemy has a full attack bar, it's possible that their attack bar is starting to fill up red, like now. That means they're preparing a special attack, and that takes a little while for them to set up, and that's when we can intervene and either kill them quickly or stun them so they can't... Ah, darn it. They can't pull it off. This time, no such luck. Let's just try and, get rid of him while I still can. Oh, interesting. Once again, we gained some advantages from beating this fight, but we got a lot of health drained out of us. Yeah, nothing big, nothing to worry about, you know. That is weird. Why would the corpses that are further below be more well preserved? So there's something fishy going on here, or fleshy in this case. So reinforces the idea that there might be a necromancer down there. However, how did he get past the seal without actually undoing the seal like we had to do? And we're not poisoned anymore, I think. Since we only have these for out of battle anyway, the ectoplasm, might as well use it. So what does Amelia have to say about this? How do you know? So, okay, so there's also fishy stuff about Amelia. How does she know so much about necromancy? I don't need to do that. Right. Yes, we're done investigating this floor. I think we found everything we can find. Ooh! Here we go again. Something heavy in the air. So, yeah, Amelia is not feeling too great. Now we're on floor 2, which means more weird stuff is going to happen. Yeah, so there's a lot of magical, strange things happening here, and not all of them are very straightforward. This is also a thing that has always interested me, the idea about how does being undead work in different fantasy settings. Ooh, and here Amelia slips up. That's not a great thing to say in front of someone who's basically a religious warrior. So Amelia has a very interesting take on learning, and that's why she knows the stuff about necromancy. That's a kind of a bleak outlook there. I do like the idea of mercy being an actual, like, path to follow, even though, as we're going to be seeing in this game, it's not all that simple. And apparently, also, Carol just mentioned in a side sentence that her mother died during her birth, or afterwards. Yeah, I agree. Pain is not a great thing, yeah. So here we have a little bit of background info on the character's faith, which obviously plays a pretty big role in here. Okay. This door is locked, the workshop door. Can't go that way. Ah, this door isn't locked. And here we go. Here's where another aspect of this game becomes visible. In order to preserve your resources and not die a horrible, gruesome death like I did, you can avoid enemies by dodging them on the map itself. And that is something that is easier said than done. Let's just get started. Holy charm. Right, so that's a defensive item. You see, these kinds of games really challenge my usual mindset, because I tend to be a hoarder. I have trouble using items when they're needed, even though I know that it is actually a good thing to use items when they're needed, because there's no sense in just keeping them. Oh gosh, I almost got caught there. Keeping them until you get to the final boss and don't need them, or you finished that all. Alright, so this is just a place where we can peacefully gather up some materials. And there's some more background info. So more info on the Knights of Mercy. And here we go! Name dropping of something in the title. Discord. What is Discord apart from a chatting program? So something really weird is going on here. An age of chaos was begun, ended by the dragons. And there's something about something called Discord. And apparently this Discord had followers. And I'm pretty sure we're not talking about Twitter followers here. I wonder if I should try and go back to the start and... Yeah, because we've opened the seal now, so a different ending should occur. I'm just gonna try it. If it doesn't work, I'll just quick reset the game. Okay, so this is a different ending. Let's see it. Okay, so St. Thomas still isn't really happy with us. But there's a little typo here. Whoever used that shrine... No, it's not a shine, I think. Okay, so for a little moment here, there's a little suspense here, but okay, so apparently you can seal that door back up. And yeah, so apparently Carol managed to mask her little excursion there. But the situation becomes a little bit more tense as we see. The later we return, the more trouble happens. So that's what the what Carol's studies are about, the Draconic language. And once again, we have this little credit sequence. See what this ending is called. Whispers. And once again the truth remains buried. Hey. Okay. Thank you for not breaking the fourth wall on me. Uh-oh. Already getting into trouble. And they know that we've been up to something. So I guess Carol's reputation within the Vanguard is not as good as it used to be. Right, so now that we've seen that, let's dive a little further in and see if we can find out more about the dragons and the Age of Chaos, or whatever that was. And also not get eaten by skeletons, hopefully. Okay, so this guy just uses the same movement pattern the whole time, but the bat is not as nice. Uh-oh. Okay. I think I'm pretty safe down here. Oh, nice! Thistle root. I'll take some extra max HP. Another flash bomb. I need to start using those items more. No sense in getting killed prematurely. Not that there's such a thing as getting killed non-prematurely. Sweet. How much HP am I missing? Enough to warrant another thistle root. Apparently it does heal me a little bit, but it doesn't heal the extra HP I'm missing from the max HP up. Okay, so here another bit of name dropping from the title, Heretics. Heresies of Discord, we're getting somewhere here. Oh boy, somebody was really extreme about something. So somebody was trying to fight necromancy with necromancy then. Oh, that must have been the guy that jumped us when we broke the seal on the door. Well, I mean, he killed me once, so good job, Mr. Simon. This is starting to get a little bit disconcerting. Also, one more thing that I would like you to pay attention to. This is something I actually forgot to point out before, but something that I only realized after looking really well. I'll show you in a second. Take a good look at Carol's face graphic here in the menu. I'm going to load this save file here. Look at this. It's different. She's smiling. We're here. She's still smiling. Once we enter the second floor, Carol stops smiling. She looks concerned now. And that's just a really small and subtle but really cool thing that I noticed at some point playing the game. Carol's expression keeps changing the deeper you delve into the shrine. Okay, haven't been here yet. This bat makes an X motion around. This is really hard to see what that actually is supposed to depict, but fortunately the game describes it for us. Dragon finding a storm of fire and darkness as odd figures watch on. Oh, hey! Somehow she got in here. Got some glowing water from... Oh! And we stole... we stole Amelia's lantern. So we can set people on fire with it. So here's more statues of Glass Mercy. Maybe. Skulls, and a book. Fate above to guide us on the path we're meant to take. Fury above to grant us the strength to cut through destiny. Pain above to teach us that life and pain are one. Mercy above to shield us from all harm. Discord above to show us everything's a fleeting dream. There we go, here's the Heresies of Discord. So, yeah, apparently this was not Mercy that was being worshipped in here, but Discord. What is Discord? It's a good question. And I think that it's interesting, at least I get this impression that even if you don't really know a lot about the background of this world yet, which we don't, you're able to piece together a whole lot of backstory, and it becomes interesting even though you know almost nothing about it going into the game. Let's talk to Amelia here for a second. So there was apparently an age of chaos between the first and second dawn, whatever those ages exactly were. And we know that this Discord and the dragons had something to do with it. And yeah, archaeology isn't easy in this world either. And this is a little reference to illusions of loyalty, the nations of Styx, Gaius, and Eutoria. Eutoria already mentioned the summoning nation. And this is the Isle of Heart, that is where illusions of loyalty takes place, and it's in the setting of the wars between those three kingdoms. That's a good point here, actually, yeah. And this Age of Chaos apparently also is very hard to comprehend. And as you can see, we actually get clues from interacting with Amelia. And once again, it's very conveniently summed up in a sentence for us. Magic worshippers? Huh. Oh, you don't have anything more to say? And all of these hexagrams here don't really do anything. There's water in here. I'm pretty sure we'll be returning to that mural over there. At least we found a key to the workshop. Do you have anything new to say? No, you do not. Right. Let's open it up. As I've said, I'll be trying to avoid most fights, but sometimes it's just not doable. Oh, can go in here. What does that do again? Oh, right, that is Undead Destructo. Oh. It's the Undead Kryptonite. So that is not a way. Ooh, that was close. Not that it wouldn't necessarily kill me to get into a fight. It might. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. Does it? Not sure. Oh, I can Can I go through here? Oh, it opened this one up. Let's take this flash bomb. And that moves that wall over there. So this is also another little puzzle. See if I can... Oh, I can't get in here anymore, but I can get to this switch now. Wonder if that was a good idea. An improvised bomb. I was gonna look up what those do. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Right then. Let's get ready to read some more weird stuff. Okay, so now we already know that the ectoplasm can actually be turned into healing items directly. Have we been in this room? I think we have been in this room before. I don't think I pressed the switch. Let's try. Oh, that just sealed that back up. What do I do now? Oh, this just opened. Nothing much here. Strange shard. So, there's no information on what that does. And now finally this last one here is open. Another strange shard. And this is a big purple rock? I actually don't remember what that does, or what that's all about. So, somebody, probably worshippers of Discord, are raising dead. Then again, if this was a shrine dedicated to Discord, then they might very well be talking about other people as the heretics. Heretic metal? Yep, that's the big chunk next to us. But how can metal be heretical? Heretical? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that. Anyway... no idea what it is yet. Seems like we found 5 clues on this floor as well already. And our max HP is starting to look pretty good. Soon I'm gonna have to start saving over my old files. As I said, obsessively saving. Hello Shelby, welcome to the stream. Heretical metal? Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're talking about music here though, and that might very well be another matter of interpretation, but I don't think that's what they're the kind of heretics that they're talking about here, but it's a good point. Okay, oh, now she's gonna explain how this works. So, if you've been here the whole time, this is an RPG Maker game that I wanted to showcase, and I'm going to be saving this video as a highlight, so if you want to watch back what you missed so far, you're very free to do that, of course. But I'm glad you're here. Okay, so it really is kryptonite. So that is what this star crystal does. It seems to suppress magical power. Or it overrules it, apparently, then. Oh, and that is not something that it usually does. That's extra interesting. So something is up here. And it's a vital clue, even. And now we can see it as a star metal chunk instead of just as a weird metal. So I think I might actually check if a new ending has become available now. There's no Amelia here anymore because she moved to the next floor. If there's nothing new, I'll just... Yeah, I think that... Yeah, this is just the same ending that we've already seen. Alright then. Was worth a shot, though. So I think it's very obvious what we need to do next. Oh, that just happened automatically, actually. I just moved in front of it. And that broke the barrier. And the barrier, we still have the star metal chunk. Oh, and that broke the chunk itself. And we get more shards from it. Oh, now we also already know that these shards here are actually star metal shards. And we can use it on magical enemies somehow, but we don't yet know how exactly. Let's see. I guess I should probably save before going in here. This looks dangerous. At least no spikes. I think I remember what this is. Not gonna say anything, though. There's just nothing in here. Not even the skeletons are interactive. Can't walk on them, but that's all. And here's a bookshelf. That's kind of an out-of-the-way place to put a bookshelf. So somebody must have done something terrible. Let me check something here real quick. Okay. Alright. Okay, it's one of the Knights of Mercy, who don't exist anymore. Sealed the place to pray Discord's followers die on their own. Okay, so... yeah, we found out that somehow their powers can apparently infect people. And... somehow that makes them a heretic apparently. And here we get the first matter of perspective. Somebody's not happy with this. So somebody planned to use whatever powers Discord gave him for the sake of mercy instead. What exactly are they talking about, though? And so the Knights of Mercy are already infighting. Oh, interesting choice of words here. Lead the world into a second dawn, we know this happened. Become the vanguards of its continuous peace. Well, one of those vanguards is standing right before this bookshelf at this very moment. So this might have been the point where where the Vanguard was created, apparently by somebody who, in the eyes of other Knights of Mercy, was a heretic. So much for the pure, unblemished history of the Vanguards of Mercy. Oh, it was Eliza, apparently, then. And now we found another clue. And... yup! Here we go! Run! Good! It's closed! Oh, okay. So yeah, that's what happens at that point. That is one thing I did remember from having played this game before, because I kind of panicked the first time that happened and almost got squashed. I think this might have been the first time we've seen this grateful expression on Carol's face. Well, little Indiana Jones here. There we go. So that was a nasty little trap, interestingly made by the High Leader of the Knights of Mercy. This does not seem very merciful to me. Good thing we didn't go down here alone. You can't read this, but she might be able to. Prayer from this... it's a spell book. What is a prayer doing in a spell book? Here's a vital clue. So I'm gonna actually take a look at those clues now. Hey, star metal? So... more questions. We did open another entrance though. I guess I should have gone down there first. So I guess, yeah, it's probably the same as if Carol were trying to explain how she uses Mercy's powers to Amelia. Great explanation, yeah. So magic is apparently it's some kind of science in this world, but nobody actually knows why it works. That also gave us a clue. So apparently there is a language of magic that you need to use. Okay, so if I had interacted with this door before, I would have found that it was still somehow locked. Let's not do that. actually... Let's save over that again. Let's actually see if I can back out at this point and get a different ending. I don't think so, but it's worth a shot. I'll just try real quick. Okay, so yeah, we can get a different ending now. And let's just keep that door closed. We don't need to know everything. I think we've found out enough. Yeah, so St. Thomas isn't really happy about what he just found out about the origins of his order, I guess. Eliza the Wise. Interesting idea here, St. Thomas. Oh! Yeah. So, yeah, St. Thomas is trying to make excuses now. So, even though they are friends at this point and Amelia saved Carol's life, Carol did force Amelia to give the spellbook back. And St. Thomas is getting cold feet. And he too is gonna start covering history up, just like Eliza did. And so we're already seeing there's some kind of inquisition going on here that becomes more and more nosy the further we delve down into the dungeon. I'm pretty sure that this ending is going to be less than pleasant. We're not in Carol's study room anymore, she's in a cell. Don't know yet why, but no more studying for us. So as you can see, we found out more interesting stuff if we take later endings, but it's usually for the worse. Imprisoned. 50%. Oh, there comes someone. Hey, we know this guy from the other ending. I mean, these guys are jerks. At least she still has hope. So that's another ending. But since we are stupid and just have to pry further and further into this, none of that ever happened. We're back here and we're gonna open this door. One, two, three. Well, if that didn't open the door, I don't know what would. Oh! Holy crap. Where did those come from? From those rooms, apparently, then. Yeah, I haven't even fought one of those yet. Here we go. Let's smite this guy quick. A guardian, apparently. At least he's slowed now. Oh, no, 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 no. You don't. You don't. Oh, not again! I guess I can at least lower his attack power. That was probably a good idea. Oh, I can't use skills anymore. Ooh, dodge that bullet. Let's blind this guy. Oh, well, That's annoying. Counterattack? Well, I don't like that. Let's speed it up some. Let's stun this guy. Tired now, but he was also under the effect of smite, so... Oh, there we go again. Oh, this must be a big one. Hope I can get to my next turn quickly. Ah, that wasn't enough! Oh, yeah, the longer it takes for them to fill the bar up... No, what? No. The more dangerous their skill is. I really need to get the... Ay. Oh, thank goodness. That looked like I was still doing pretty well, but with being suppressed, having taken that much damage and all of my skills on cooldown on top of that, that could have turned bad really, really quickly. You see, I almost have no time to actually read through my spell descriptions at this point. Skill descriptions, I'm sorry. I just have to do whatever it seems good at that point. Woo! And it's not going to get easier. So that's the disadvantage of avoiding most battles, is you don't really get a lot of practice in. But fortunately, as I said before, by now I kind of already know what my skills do and when to use them. Because the stunning skill is the best thing to use when you're confronted with a big attack being prepared. Gee, Amelia is being kind of a jerk right there. At least it worked. And even though we don't get to play as Amelia, we do see that she is not a little damsel in distress. I guess one thing I should do is probably fight at least one of these to make sure I actually know what they do if and when I get confronted with them on later floors. Let's debuff this guy a little bit. You know what I just realized? Since the turns aren't the same as... as the bar's filling up, every time a turn ends we can see a little blink up there. Combining the delay ability with the... with the one that lowers attack is a really bad idea. I should use that debuff when the enemy is not slowed. I didn't want to do that. I accidentally pressed the wrong thing. Now I want to give him Mercy's Light. Nope. How about no? Okay. I want to make sure that I keep my enemies on slow down as much as I can. Okay, I'm just gonna have to wing it. Yes, okay. So the Merciful End one is a really good way to finish up an enemy after you've put some debuffs on them. And in this case it was the correct decision because I did not have a stun available. Okay. Alright, so that gives me the log on the skeleton. That was a tough guy. But yeah, I don't think we level up. Doesn't seem like there is any such thing as leveling up. I guess that's the best I can do. Not gonna waste part of a healing potion. Still the bat enemies that we haven't fought yet. Yeah, she's not feeling it either. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna get the same ending again if I back out now after having opened that door. Yeah, I don't see what would be different now than what was before. Let's keep going. Okay, this is a weird friggin' floor. I don't remember this. And the magical pressure gets worse. Wonder where Amelia herself is. Let's explore this area a little bit. Ooh! That eye monster just ran right into me. Let's slow him down. Okay. A sentry, huh? I'm gonna use this opportunity for the overhead slash since he's slowed down anyway. Just like me. And now I'm going to debuff him. That seems like a good combo. Oh! Just in time. Right, so now I've got all of the debuffs piled on top of him. Let's take a moment to do this. Oh, he boosted himself. Well, that could have been worse, I guess. That was probably a bad idea, yep. Ow! Wow, I'm slow now. Now you're slow, bro. Alright. Yeah, so enemy health bars would go a long way. That would actually be really helpful in this game. I mean, not that we'd be able to know a whole lot about the enemies at this point, because we've never seen them before. I wonder... I'm actually gonna look something up here. Okay. I just want to see if I can... Ah, there she is. Find good old Amelia. Huh. Okay. Bunch of spellbooks down here. And immediately, Amelia's treasure sense kicks in. Oh, that's actually a clue. Well, I guess it would be. So that's another little bit that gives some info on gameplay mechanics in the world itself. So the save points are actually warning points within the game's world. So that's really neat. I like that when games do that. When there's basically an in-world explanation for specific gameplay elements. More Discord statues. Let's see if I can find a... Okay, that door is... Oh, Summoning Lab. That sounds delightful. Don't come over here. I wanted to see if I can find Amelia somewhere on this floor. I was just investigating here for a second. This one's also locked. Experiment hall. Rear access to Summoning Lab here. Avoid disturbing experiments in progress. Okay. So we found the Evil Science Lab. Welp. Let's get to it then. I'm not sure if... I think I remember what this is, but... Yeah. I remember what this is. This is also a very interesting room. I probably shouldn't have entered this one first. Yep, here we go. We've heard Carol's in the introduction. We very briefly heard Carol's opinion on summoning before, and this is where here we go. It's just cute how she broke into a holy or a forbidden shrine committing heresy on the command of a high-ranking order of her holy vanguard group, and then she berates Amelia for heresy. So we see just like with Eliza, as we've seen here, and all the other characters, there's so much hypocrisy going on here, and most characters either don't realize it, or it's just something they feel like they have no choice. There's just a lot of compromising worldviews in here, where people are forced to just compromise their ideals in order to get what they want. Just this once. Look at Carol's face set again. Once again, she's looking even more concerned now. So I'm gonna heal. What does wing dust do? it's a speed up. That's a good idea. Great description. So yeah, both of them are not super happy about this turn of events, but it is what it is. But before we do that one, let's start all the way at the bottom here and make our way through. Ooh, there's fire. Those have weird patterns. I have to stay out of their way. At least I'm getting a ton of items. Not much in here. What the heck is that thing? I think I probably should just attack one of these. A vampire? Well then. Ah, that wasn't worth it. Ah, I messed it up. Oh well. I messed it up again. Oh no. Yeah, I completely misinterpreted the information I got here. I can't even attack. Ike! Well, that's no good. I'm gonna need to use one of these. Okay, stop it. That's enough. That is quite enough. Okay. I hope that if that's a special attack, yes, I can pull off my stun this time. Just in time. Okay. Come on. Stop being annoying. Okay. Whew. I didn't do great that time. I probably should avoid those. They are no joke. Gonna have to chug one of these. Oh, it's a teddy bear. It's not fair. Okay. Somebody here was a serious megalomaniac. Okay, so this is starting to look more and more cult-like. A family? Gee, we have some serious zealots here. And I'm not just talking about these followers of Discord, apparently. Because there must have been some reason why the soldiers, or the Knights of Mercy, decided to wipe them all out. I mean, that is basically the opposite of mercy. So, Discord versus Mercy here. Discord Star, so that's new. So this explains, it's actually a really neat thing that I also didn't remember. Why are there monsters in an RPG dungeon? Well, and how did they stay here for so long? Well, here we have the answer. And here then, once again, the Knights of Mercy did apparently succeed in eradicating all evidence that the cult of Discord ever existed. Good job, guys. Okay, I'm gonna fight this fire sprite here. I need to know what it does. Whoa, you look very different. What's he called? Infernal. Okay, at least this gives me enough time to do this. Timed that really well too. This time there's no getting out of it, so fire boost. Okay, I think I want to keep you slowed down, or I'm gonna speed myself up actually. Ouch! That's no good. Oh boy, he's buffing himself again. I think I can still do this though. Yup. I just need to time the stuns right. Alright. Woo! Yeah, I need to stop fighting these enemies. They're not worth it. I mean, I get max HP from it, but that's it. See at the Infernal Construct of Flames. Okay, so that was a construct enemy, apparently. Okay, what does glowing water do again? Ah, lower skill cooldowns removes. Oh, I'm not going to be able to remember that. Oh, there's something there. Ah, a key, okay. Oh, I remember there was something... There were some areas that we couldn't get to yet. I can definitely use that. Ooh, somebody's getting down to it immediately. Okay, so here we get the conflict between order and chaos, basically. And apparently not everybody has the opinion that law and order are necessarily the way to good, basically. And I mean, even though I personally do think that organization and order are, in their essence, helpful, these guys make some good points. The organized evil is usually even worse than incidental evil, so... Getting philosophical here. I mean, she also makes a good point, but yeah, immediately she has to make corrections. I feel this might probably be a good moment to see if I can go down and or up rather, and get a different ending now. Because I've been playing for almost 2 hours. I didn't expect to be able to finish this game in one session, but I think, yeah, if I get another ending now, I'll probably call it good for today after that and finish up this game next week. But yeah, even with me not remembering most of what this game is about, and the fact that when I played Illusions of Loyalty, the game that came before this, is even longer ago, I'm really feeling the suspense again. Oh yeah, new ending. And yeah, Carol is becoming more and more agitated with every ending. And I'm pretty sure this one is very different. Oh no, it's not. Wisdom afterwards, huh? St. Thomas. He told us to do that, to disturb the place. So yeah, St. Thomas starts to question his own legitimacy as a Vanguard of Mercy, considering his magical powers apparently come from a different god. A god that technically shouldn't exist. Use it for good. That is exactly the argument that was it Eliza the Wise, the first Vanguard, made too. Uh-oh. This time, it's more than just an investigation. Yep, and that's where, well, when you're a member of an order like that and you're completely behind its ideas, then this is what's going to happen. You need a scapegoat. Guess who that's going to be? And we're already starting to see how the image of this organized, lawful, merciful Vanguard order, it starts to crumble the deeper we delve down into this dungeon. There's the heroic sacrifice, one way or the other. Jeez, I didn't remember this either. She just knocked him out cold. Once again in a prison. Not as hopeful this time, I assume. I hope I didn't miss an ending in between, but it feels like so far all of the endings seem to have gotten like worse and more concerning within small steps. So I think this was the correct time to go and choose another ending. That's it, I really like the way these endings work. Oh yeah, Heretic. Because usually, yeah, you'd have to completely finish a game in order to get an ending, but here you can just choose your own ending, basically depending on how much of the game you've played, and every ending adds something to the story in and of itself. So just getting the final ending without seeing any of the others actually makes the experience a poorer one, which I think is just really original. But still, the truth remains buried. Time for our execution. Oh, maybe it's worse than an execution. Ooh, so apparently the guy that investigated us isn't a Vanguard of Mercy, the one we were just talking about, but maybe he worships pain, or it's just something that Carol said to basically insult his integrity, although she didn't say it out loud. Well, on that happy and very upbeat note, I think I'm gonna call it good for tonight and finish up the rest of this game next time. If you think things can't go further downhill from here on out, let me tell ya. But that doesn't mean we're not gonna keep going though, because there's a lot of very interesting things that we still need to uncover, and we've been doing it step by step, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. So yeah, even with the relatively high amount of base assets and just the simple premises of the game, just with the sheer amount of unusual decisions when it comes to both gameplay and storytelling, this is basically, you can have seen most of what, in my opinion, makes this game so special when it comes to RPG Maker games, especially considering this is a free game. And I hope that if you're also somebody who likes to tinker with RPG Maker or similar engines from time to time, I hope it's been a bit of an inspiration to you, or at least interesting enough. So with that, thank you very much for watching. See you next week.